In this video today, I'm going to show you how to make the shades at home super smart. We're going to be using the Toya application. I'm going to show you exactly what we need to do first before you decide to buy a motor for your shades. You can open from anywhere in the world. I think it's one of the coolest things. I already installed one. This is my second one. That's why I want to make this video today. All right, so how we doing, everyone? I'm Dario. This is MEDIABOXENT. Like always, we bring you the lesson in technology, and today it's time to make your house smart. Yes, be able to control any device from anywhere. But there are a few things we need to do that first. So if you have shades already at home, like me, I have one, and this is actually a whole new one, a second one. We're replacing the old one now. So the first thing you need to do, number one thing, you need to take the shades out and you need to measure the OD of the two. You got to figure out the measurement. Now, there are different ones. You're going to have 17 millimeter, that is about half an inch, a little less than half an inch. Then you have a 25 millimeter, that is a little less than 1 inch. And then you have a 28 millimeter, that is a 1.1 inches. Then from there, we have a half an inch, no, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches. So number one is we figured out what we need. And I think maybe the standard one, they are more 1 inch than the rest. It's possible, but you need to measure. And I say, and why is very important, because that's going to decide now what type of motor you're going to use, and if you're going to use a Wi-Fi system or if you're going to be using a Zigbee network. Now, they are both controls to Wi-Fi. The difference is the Wi-Fi devices, the smart devices, it's going to go and connect automatic through the Wi-Fi, through your hub, and you don't need anything special. Now, if you go into the Zigbee network, then you need to get a gateway or a hub gateway to be able to connect this to the Zigbee devices. What is going to make the decision if you need to go to Wi-Fi or Zigbee devices is, again, the OD. So if it's less than 1 inch, you will have to go to Zigbee devices. If it's over 1 inch, like a 1.5 inches or 2 inches, you can go Wi-Fi. And you're going to say, that, why? Well, it seems they don't make a 1 inch or Wi-Fi devices. So, and I spent a few weeks looking into it, and I really didn't want to replace my shave. They are brand new. Just go and throw it away, buy a brand new shave for 1.5 inches, and now buy a motor for 1.5 inches. There's Wi-Fi, so it makes no sense. So it's cheaper and better going to Zigbee devices. And I show you exactly now. I want to explain that because it's very important. That's what it decides for you what route you're going to take. Now, if you're going to go Wi-Fi, stay too many way, because this is exactly the same way. The installation will be exactly the same way in what we're doing right now. Just the process of installing the application or the pair the Wi-Fi device will be different. I will leave the links as well, the Wi-Fi models as well too. But the installation for the shave is will be exactly the same. So this is the motor. I will leave the link right below this video. And instructions. And it took me a while to figure out this, but now I know, because this is, by the way, my second one. I love so much that this is my second one, so I decided to make this video. So this is the motor. Can pull up to 2 kilograms. So we look at 2 kilograms, almost like 5 pounds. So if the whole shave weighs more than 5 pounds, then it's going to be a little tough. And the instructions say up to 2 kilos. So you're looking at about I would say 5 pounds. Now, the unit is rechargeable, so you can recharge it if you want. If you don't want to pay the extra, I think it's $10 or $20 extra for the solar panel. So that's extra, and I think it's a great upgrade. Why? Because the solar panel goes right into your window, and it will charge during the day. It's pretty simple. It's a solar panel, 5 volts, USB Type 8. This is the cable comes with the unit for charging. A to micro USB, you're going to plug it into the solar panel for charging. If not, the other way around, you will have to go and plug it in, charge it, and maybe every month or so, or every 2 months, depends how many times you open this thing, you're gonna have to go and charge it. And I don't think it's an easy thing to go and take the whole shave out. If it's a small one, it's okay. But if you got one that is like, 3, 4, or 5 foot, it becomes a little complicated. You need like 2 feet, one on each side, just to remove the shave. So I will not go that route. Then you have all these different brackets. You already have that installed, but it does comes with this as well too. So you already have, if you have one of the shave, you have this already, and the one from the other side. You can you regularize this. On that case, you just leave it. Why? Because when you buy the shave, or if you have at home, already come with that. That's part of the shave. So this is normally what you get. All these screws and all these things, they're part of the shave. But anyway, they come with this included as well too. All these things. Okay, so this is one. We're gonna show you that it's gonna go on one side, and then the other side is gonna go the motor. So we have all these different add-ons, and why? Because these add-ons depends how setup you want. If you want the half-inch setup, or if you're gonna be using the 1-inch setup. So you have all these different add-ons. Now this is the motor. I already did the one upgrade. So normally when you get this, you're going to get the one that is a half-inch add-on, and it's this one now. What you have to do is pretty simple. With the plier, you need to remove the little thing there. You just remove that. In this case, I'm going to add the 1-inch, and you supply it back again, and then you put the little lock there. Right? Then we need to put this in. So first thing you have to put this. Again, depends. In the case is 1-inch. I put this one. Or they have in this case a smaller version. And then where it go? It's going to go this way. Why? Because this one's going to go inside the tube. You see, it has the opening there. I'll show you the tube in a second. So this goes all the way in. Now the motor. So it's 5 volts and 33 revolutions per minute. Again, it's a Zigbee device. And it's rechargeable. It has an 800 milliamp battery, 7.4 volt DC. That's the battery inside. Now from here, we're going to charge the device. When you're charging this up, it has a red light. So what I will do, I will leave this charge before I bring it to the solar panel. It already comes pre-charged with the factory, but I want to show you. As you can see that. And it has a red light indicating, hey, by the way, it's charging. Right on the side, we have the reset switch. So you need something small where we can reset it. When you get this, the unit is off. Through that way, comes on, and you're going to hear a little beep on it. This just, I guess, the receiver of the antenna that you just leave hanging somewhere there. And this is the part that's going to go and lock into your window. See? So that way now this starts rotating. And this is the one that's going to go on the shave right the other side. Now, before we go and install this into the shave, I'll show you how this thing works. So now, again, the instructions was a little bit clear. And also, it show you the Wi-Fi version. Could not get a Wi-Fi version. That's okay, because I'm changing a lot of the things now to the Zigbee network. I think it's much better than Wi-Fi. I'm going to be making a few videos on that. I'm going to show you some cool things on Zigbee network, things we can do. So those videos are coming up. Make sure you subscribe. Things like remote control now. A remote control, they press a button and I'm going to turn all the lights on and off beside the application. But this is cool. Well, Wi-Fi was not available to get one of this. We got thermostats. We got a lot of things. It was a little complicated. Plus, they use almost non-power at all. I mean, this thing's months without even replacing battery. So I'll show you how that works. So this is the app. By the way, the first thing you need to do is get the Toya app. Or if you already have the Toya app, you know how that works. Then we're gonna go and get the installation. Now on the remote control comes with the unit. Yes, and this is the standard remote control. There is another version which allow you to control different shapes. So if you want to have one control, they allow you to control a few of these things. That's fine. I don't think it's worth it for me. So I just got one in each room, and that's it. Anyway, I don't even have to use that because it's automatic close. I already have a program, so automatic runs. I don't have to even use it. But if I want to close it during the day, I can do that with this, or just go in right on my phone. All right, so we're going to turn it on. So the wire side is on. Okay, it's on. And this is the reset switch. We're going to go and press once. A blue light comes on. We're going to grab the remote control. We're going to press the up once. You see that? Automatic pair. By the way, to reset this 5 times, automatic will reset to factory. So now, let's test this out. Let's press it here. Should come on. Yeah, you see that? Now, we need to set the high and the low. So right now it's not set. It's super simple. We do it with the application. So right now, see, this thing it keeps rotating because we need to set, okay, how far we need to go and how low we need to go. This thing doesn't know that. If that will keep going, it will unroll your whole shade, right? So we don't want to do that. So let me go and stop this thing. We'll keep going for a while. I don't want to run the batteries on. So I'm going to turn it off. But anyway, I already paired the remote control. That's the only thing you have to do. And it takes AAA battery and then comes with a little bracket and screw so you can mount it somewhere in the house. This is like a backup thing. Why not? It's always cool to have that backup right beside the app. So right there, just in case you lose your network, you still can control that. You don't need any Wi-Fi or anything else. You just turn it on and turn it off if you have to. That was pretty handy. All right, so we have that now. Okay, so how we're going to put this and how we're going to control the low and the high. And we're going to do this on the table. So we're going to be using the gateway. And the version I have here is not only Wi-Fi, but also allow you to use Bluetooth devices. So at home, you're planning to install a smart lock for your door. Those you can control it Bluetooth, but they will not get connected to Wi-Fi. So if you want to lock those doors, or change the code, or do anything from remote, not from your home, you need to get a gateway. So with this one, and I'm going to leave the link right below this video, allow me not only to do any Zigbee devices, but also allow me to pair any Bluetooth devices low power. So this is a great thing, okay? Eventually, I will bring some videos to explain how the whole thing works. So we got this on right now. You can connect this right now to Wi-Fi, or you just go and plug it in right in your hub, and you just power it up with the 5 volts. So this thing is on. And by the way, this one talks, lets you know when it pairs. So right now, we need to add the device. So I'm going to go and grab this up, and I'm going to go and press 3 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. It blinks that. I press plus a device. See, it's already talking pairing devices. See, it's a multi-gateway. This is done. Oh man, I love these things. This is better than Wi-Fi. Click on it. At this point, we can call it whatever we want. Done. All right, so now what we need to do is set up the limit, and that's just pretty simple. So we see a message here, please set the limit. So we need to go all the way up and down, and this time it's closed. So we have the shape all the way down, and we need to set how far or where to stop. So the way to do it is pretty simple. We're going to go and press open, and we're going to see when gets a point they want to stop, we're going to press up. So let's do that. We're going to pay attention to that. I'm going to go and open this thing up, and then now I'm going to head up. Stop. I go settings, borders, upper limit. Now I need to go down, so we need to close this up. I'm going to hit close. Pay attention to the shape. I'm going to say there is reach there. I click down. I go right there. Oh, sorry. I'll go settings, upper limit, lower limit. And you see the message is gone. Then also you got it's always forward. I don't see how you gotta go reverse, but you in the case you can go reverse. When it's done, you can run a sketch on it if you want through here, but that's done. Now, all right, so now it's closed. At this point, we no longer need to play with that. We can go and move this with our finger and set it. You want it maybe 20%, 10%. We can stop it, let you know the battery. We can rename it. So what happened with the remote control now? Well, the nice thing is it's already programmed. Now, the nice thing now, it's already programmed with Toya and automatically program the remote control. So at this point, if you hit close, it's going to automatically close and stop the way you program in Toya all the way up. And then we can open halfway. We can stop anywhere and we can go, down or up and control from here. So this is a nice extra thing. And it's already programmed to Toya. We did the program once. Then wherever we set up the lows and high, it's the same way this thing is going to work. So it follows Toya a configuration, through the Zigbee network. At this point, it's done. So the next part is how we install the tube into the shade. So we see the little latch there. So it's pretty simple. We have the opening right over there. I'm going to change camera so we can see it on the table. Okay, right there. So we're going to go and go that way. Push it in. Then this in. Now we lock this thing the same way. And do you see that? That's the way you see it. Eventually, you're going to have to hide it somewhere there. Maybe you already have this in your window. If now you need to install this, that was part of the shape or the kit for the motor. That stays there. See, that will lock. So now move this up. And the right other side, once again, you have an extra one or the original one. That's the one that goes here. Right there. And this is the one that goes right the other side. Right there. So that you see, I will say it's pretty simple, but it took some time for me as I figured out if I had to go Wi-Fi. Then I'm making a small Wi-Fi motors for the 1-inch shave. So most likely you have to go this way. Whatever I went through today, I will leave all the links, even though the Wi-Fi version, the CV, the hub, and all these things exactly what you need and to get this thing running. I'm super happy. This is my second one I got, and my third one actually. And that's why I decided to make this video. So I did all the research for you guys. Okay, so once again, I'm Dario, and this is MediaBoxent. All right, bye.